Mundu gwetwo mutungatiri muturi. Karibu sana Elda wa Royce. Mutungatiri muturi akaiga there's no perfect match. But people should learn to live perfecting each other. One get married to a person who is near you and you consider when you are ready to marry. It is all about complementing. Na ngona andu aingi maingirite guku mawoni manyu ni karibu sana ngona mundu gwetwo Wilson, ngona Frida, Ruth wa Wanjira, Esther Joseph na andu aingi ndirona guku atiriri her statement itendaga gutigana thutha. Anytime I think about marriage and complementing, you know, that happy marriage that we look forward to, tukagati people fall in love for different reasons.
Yeah.
Na nisho itomi cio ngoigua mukiuga tall, dark, handsome, you know that
metagwa TDH.
Oh, Jehova mweciria ni muraigua yo TDH. Kuhuthia horo uthiete tall, dark and handsome. Nake Jose haha kaiga ati mundu wa muthemba muna, mundu kinyaneirie ikiro cia kiota kia mamu wao, you know, mundu hana muthemba uyu. People fall in love for different reasons.
Definitely.
But when they fall in love, they have to choose to stay.
Definitely.
Because the reasons that you see when you fall in love, no ciage gukinyaneria kiria wiriragiria. What do you think, Tajirai? You've fallen in love with someone. Iria oiguaga kairitu gaka kimundu giki kademetire kimundu kadeno jabeno dige imagine digete, but imagine mwa interact na kairitu gaka, mwa interact na mwana kioyo after some time, either okorwo ni mwanake we muiritu ukarialize uyu ni muhanyi akarekia
Agathira.
nake wokorwo ni muiritu Jose ukarialize uyu ndarekaga nginya warie mbere ya andu, uyu ugukenagio, you know that person that you have that wamuonire muthenya wa mbere mukigena, you know, those feelings ikihana ta cianyitana because they had the same for you and you had the same for them na ni mwanyitana, but after interaction ugacemania mundu uyu ena one of the characters that you hate most. Muiritu kadeno ni hanyi, mwanake muiritu uyu na haha na haro akinyetie haria hothe kwenda. Can you comment on that, Jose?
Well, I think challenge that you know in the mono how fast are we qualifying people to the inner circle? The inner circle in this case, more to qualify na ihenya kiko ini atia, because at times nitrekora modu ni umukinyiria ginya niyo ni andu anyu na ginyona na ukwira karuka na gatira amakenia no because emotionally you are attached na wakordo ina kindu tetaga emotional stability yako menya tu ni dinamwe na can I live out, can I leave her much as I love her because of what I am bound to go for, the sacrifice of letting go because of whatever you're looking for in the future. Na kwesi hiyo ndio challenge that tunayo muno in all these issues ya gukoragwo ati ni tureririria muno ukorwo tu emotionally attached, but what are we attached to? Because that should be the question. Na koguo ni one too many times it happens. Ni gwikora ni haha pe ni gwakorwo ina mbiri tuende no haliki undo maeka ukaigua maundu mothe macenjanio, and therefore much as you dated them, the question should be, are you able to let them disqualify it? Tugitu arari attachment kana internship no rundo gikimwandika
like contract.
As a matter of fact when muwega no ena gatithia ka wiro cio kite atia okay. So for me I would say kwi haria twago gukinya how that level you can easily let go, not because of any other thing but because marriage is a union of a lifetime. Mariko maturaga until death do us part, and therefore if it's until death do us part, challenge one remains, are you able to bear each other until God do us part? Yes. So tutana kinya ha God do us part, let us do part. Tutana kinya ha
Ndina kiuria kingi ngukuigira no reke nyambe njigue mawoni ma Esther. Esther wacemania na kadeno njega fiu kwanja ya githomo ino yoyaga moko na iguru ĩkarĩra na yatua kwaria mĩario ĩho mĩega yaragia na kabase keho nginya ũkaigua aca nginya wĩtoro ũgathithimũkagwo nĩ mĩario ĩyo no with time ũkarealize ona Njoki nĩ amwĩraga kaũndũ kangĩ
he ũndũ ũrĩa ũngĩtũra naguo na he ũndũ ũrĩa ũtangĩtũra naguo one first unfaithfulness kwanza in marriage live alone relationship is not even condoned wa hakinya ni haure reketa beto deal na maundu maya magi hakinya ni maundu ma being unfaithful that's a no hiyo ni zi then now when it comes to the rest of the things age pointed on ukona ati kadeno ni nuga maguru
maguru no uthari
maguru tatugape
no wega poda keho kagura
no tugeragerie you know there's that weakness you can live with
yes ndũngĩngeria ũguo
but there's another weakness ndũngĩhota gũtũra nacio you know because mundu oka na luggage and you see the moment you're in marriage as much as that's where we are headed mundu cio oka na luggage you're part of it oko mundu ni mwicire mukanyitwo miro inyuothe muri aici tondu mucera na mukundu akundukaga utake yes so this is what you see ukana atiriri ni data estari no hote gwikara na mundu uyu as much as a weakness no he maundu magi ungirora it will affect your lifetime ukona
apapana ukaumeria
you flee like Joseph
ndiraigwa mukiuga horo wa guflee ngethithimukwo tondu tukiambiriria tugire atiriri njiguire ta twetikanĩria hatire mundu ukinyaneire. And then my question now goes, mundu uyu wacemania nake and you really have an attachment area wiguaga wendo uyu mundu uyu ni umwendete piu, then you realize all of a sudden their weakness is ni kindu kiraumũnĩka nginya kironeka na iguru, then ngeyũria atĩrĩ wathiĩ ũgethe ũcio gũkorwo akinyanĩire. And I think this is where we have a challenge with the young people.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Wa mutiga uyu wendete ugethe
ni ugutiga mundu not because you're chasing a perfect person but because you're chasing the demand of what material are you because iguru wa gukorwo anake reiki kila nini gutuma Esther aume ku mwanake namba A athi ku mwanake namba B is because of what is bearable, the bare minimum. So the question is the bare minimum yakwa ta Joseph ni because that is the same thing I'll be going for. Na digweci ya temothe unekurekia mundu wina hitia namba A thi kuri mundu ungi uri na hitia namba B. Tondu riu kia gukora ni ati ni ara sort issue number 1 no ara sort issue number B. So these are the questions. The bare minimum ni sure to go tukiorania atiriri niki giki tungeli niki tutangeli ni karaktere kwino tungetirira tutanyete ni gacenjia na niri kwitagicenjia which is an individual responsibility to gutari ni hakwa ti andu othe makiri ukiririria kwi maundu ingikiririria mari a extratangikiririria kwi mwiritu yaramenyete tondu gukiikaria ikaragia kumonini ni wake irukaga inya na ni no korwo ni ngiririria kuikania ndiriria mwiritu ukathi na acara 11 ngamuna kiriti uguo na muhuko wa nyeni kinyo maundu make mothe makwa mothe ne arorete na hii riu ni ndakihikania mwiritu roka gakinyaga ithano tiginya ni nginyire ya mwiritu akihingo can I bear it the question should be can I bear it na challenge itu nene ni gukorwo ati we are emotionally into the relationship so much that tulizi tukioranagia actually tumaga relationship emwe gothie wege to prove a point estaresitie nowe ndaikaria tereire amenyete
no kahuria murata we
DC kiuma DD kiri kuo na baba makaga
Esther twiri atiriri Esther ni watiga mwanake uyu tondu ni arahanya wathiku wetha ki
you know Rev waigira you see haria ungingirira mundu cio we nduramenya maundu macio and then ni waigira ni wamenya wikihiko-ini obvious now it will be hard but no earlier okoni wamenya nona the red lights just leave it, just leave that person
uthie ugethe ki
they are good people
tantwarie real things watiga Njoroge tondu Njoroge weri ona kondo wa munyita toro na mundu ni wonete message ya Njoki ukona message ya mundu arafratagi wa mutiga wathie wanyitana na Kamau nake ni mundu tarutaga kanyamu ndari kindu ona ki arutaga ginya mwathie date
Stingy.
ginya cai kugura no akuhurire thimu akwire omuikirie fare na mwathie date
Na kwanza kwina crop ya anake acio.
Ni gaitara guo tondu ni menyete mekuo.
Hena crop ya acio.
Ho maratinda ginya kwa iritu. Ndendaga gwake guthio date enda oke gwaku. Nigetha budget ikuruke. Tadu no hatikorio hanyaga. No werari sawa maundu-ini maya mangi. Wasabani era Kamau ndari kanyamu arutaga.
Kegure mutugatiri. I was talking to a friend of mine ramwira atiriri. Okay, now that's my personal view. Oko how ndu muritu. How ginyite. Tigwetha wira kana ki. It's getting a life partner. Because there's a lot of pretense. Nona. Na nikio riri dating is good. Ugathi na mundu uyu ukona kana ni kuhota kuriha. There are those people who can say they don't have, which is understandable. Okay, mwikarania na mundu noko ni mieri 3 kana mieri 4 ugakimenya characters ciake kani muhanyaji ama si muhanyaji. You see? Rugo wake understand. Nikio ruri ithuĩ rĩu tũga take time ĩyo ya kũmenya mũndũ. You cannot learn a person.
Neither ona wahika no hika.
Ndũngĩhota kũmũlearn completely. But there's what you can, as Jose said, there's the bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
Nini hienye mimi naweza ishi nayo.
Ndoria atiriri. Watiga Njoroge. Wacemania na Kamau.
Ai ruma mundu ru stingy muguteithania atia.
Okay. Riu ningi ume. Ugethe uriku.
Kwinega.
Mekaga atia.
Kuna riri. Kuna sure they are provider. You know one thing of a man, he must be a provider.
Yangikorwo cio provider niwe cio Njoroge ukuhanyaga.
No thamaga o muthenya.
Jose. Watiga Wanjiru. Tondu Wanjiru we. Haha ni aragia muno ona ndarekaga nginya mwina arataku. Nginya wa mutwara kwanyu. Ndeto iria akuhe mamu wanyu muthenya wa mbere. Ukaigua uyu tutingeikarania. Mwanyitana na Ciko na hake. Utheru.
Matire ndogo.
Ungihingica uguo cemanie na iratu ciake.
Niguthi ukirinde.
Riu watiga uria wa mbere wakora Ciko hano wathie ugethe ungi.
I think neho tucokie tuga atiriri the bare minimum. Omundu ni tajo sande jaigo kuyuria atiriri. Tajo say, what am I expecting when I'm going out to look for love? What am I? The characters and the qualities that I'm chasing. Na high qualities, what is a priority for me? Kule mundu tali thina na thukuri yake mege ni nadi kuitha tu ndani na thina ni aimenyerio ikana mtumia wake. Me the tajo say, as an individual, am I able to bear that? Kwe mwanake hii angiro ni girlfriend yake danathi kanithani akorehe thina. Am I able to live with that? Hey, kwe mwitu uyu ni ari urume ko guri uri gwane harire mutumia wene bro. Am I able to live with that?
Tereke Julia Tre Jose. Ni wacemania na wina maundu maya mothe ni athia kanitha ekio
Gutherania
ona gutherania arathera. No aingira itura-ini ndwaga kuigua maraharanite na ng'ania onake no kumutiga ukarore ungi kana uguikara
we ukuyuria atiriri can I live with it? If I can't live with it then I'll let it out.
Ugethe u hau niho ndenda munjokerie
remember netugire horo wa kindu gitwa bare minimum iria nie mwenyewe inge live nacio koguo na ngithi thoko ringi ni ndathi thoko ngimenyaga nathi gwetha kina. Yes, na koguo ni ngicamania na hi mundu utari nakio nena will ya gucenjia na tizira ni rosta cia thirikari tarahinga tizira ni mazina ndirarimirwo those ones I can live. However kuri irio tangi live nacio because again my position is very clear. I'd rather you date long than you marry wrong.
Then better a broken relationship than a broken marriage.
I still want to ask the same question because there is something I want us to come out clear. this guy, this girl you're looking for will have the bare minimum.
Yes.
But the nature of humanity is that mundu uyu mwendaine no kuri na kafuro enako kamwe ga maundu maria we uthuire
na hotukorania atiri ni ngutagwakiririria ingikuwa ndingutagwakiririria at the end of the day I will now start creating what you'll call a vacuum for emotional cheat. Yeah, ndina mutumia ucio kana girlfriend ucio mwega no nene na kaundu gaka atakona uguo ndamenya tungithi hana no weke undu muna ndiri mwithemaga ona kabanga kuwa mundu ungi tuganyuika atia kuhanga utondania ni gutheria mbica tondu ndathi na yakiria guthi kumembundiria mbere yao so ita mbica itanakinya hau ha gucinuri I think ni twari gukurania twina wendi ucio wa gucenjia.
I think Rev, before you get to any project, you must be ready. Because marriage is like a project also. And then, oko nigu notice, oko he maundu maku mothe da notice ni mega na da notice hena weakness we nayo. As you're saying, yeah, a lady kuharana. And as a man, you're ready to, you really love this person. I think there's a point of helping a person. Help out.
help out.
Help out a person. Sometimes we have weaknesses on a, even you don't know. You know, jire ni dakaraga na ihenya.
Tuthomaga getagwo Johari Widow. He maundu we ukoragwo namo andu matoe. Moi na we do. And when you have this person, mostly a person you're falling in love with, ni akwirare, then help out. I think that's where now a friend, because a life partner is a friend. As you marry a friend. A person kibeshte.
Kimundu gigukwira, "Hey Nesta, muthi leo umechoma." Leo as in ginya mbere ya ugishira boguo ukamenya hey boyfriend yako ni amenyaga ndishira as in ukamura akamenya ni notice kaundu kau. Have that person who can in your weakness ni guguteithia no you know God in a weakness ya anger and I don't know but that person will tell me, Esther, there's something wrong with your anger. Cool down. You know, when you feel angry, please don't speak. When you feel angry, please call so and so. When you feel angry, do this and this. So, as much as kuna weakness is issue, I need you. In my weakness, you're my strength. In my strength, you're my, in your weakness, I'm your strength. They cannot easily talk bereado, their character. But they have a very perfect match. Mudusi aroheo hadu alie. And the husband is okay. They will feel intimidated. Todo ni hoka modo woka I feel that gap. Akoro at the perfect match in that specific thing. So me what I would say, ono ithu tugethaga aria turetha, you know, have that honest person mudura kwira the truth as it is. You know, umekosea. You know, me I have those friends. They call me, I have Mary, I have Grace. I'm sure they are listening. You do something, they call you. Even after this show, Esther kuna kitu ulichoma. You know, have that perfect, have that perfect friend.
An accountability partner.
Accountability partner. Gikinya ona ni marriage it is becoming so awesome without even you knowing because you already have a friend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dereti no ni rathio wega. Wega fio. Na ngaigua ni turathie riu tugithiagira gacira kara kagereire. No he handu ndirenda tumukane wega. Because turanirie tire ni watiga Njoroge, watiga Wanjiru, woya the next person, wakora ucio nake kaundu karia ekaga gatire party ni ya maundu maria wetaga magureta bare minimum. Wauma hau ri tondu ni wamutiga tondu ndari na kindu kiu ri ugacemania na wa gatatu ugakora riu ucio ni wegere he kaundu kangi nake ucio ekaga utangihota kubea. Na how niho njoketa kuria andu ethi niki giki uretha, because whatever you are chasing no kone kindu gitakoneka thino ona ingigaruranio.
Well, Mutugati, remember twambĩrĩria na kuga kaingĩ na kaingĩ tũkiuka relationship we are coming with expectations and those expectations build our preference. Now the problem is nĩ twagũikara handũ hau repo ya kũremia atĩrĩrĩ ta ũmũthĩ ũyũ rĩ nĩ rĩrĩrĩria rĩa mũndũ wothe ũgatonga gũikara wega na ũkagacĩra mũtũrĩre-inĩ, but do we get there all of us? Certainly not. And because we don't get there, then how do we then navigate without that? Even as we try to build a little heaven with the available resource. So I think kiuria kinene nĩ ithuĩ kwĩyũria atĩrĩrĩ, we have the gas, we have the willpower ya to build a little heaven with the available resource. Ya kwĩyũria atĩrĩrĩ, nĩ maĩ rĩrĩrĩria rĩakwa ndĩrarĩhikiire tall and handsome, financially stable, na mũndũ ũraria wega, mũndũ ũcio ndamũrora maũndũ-inĩ mothe marũngarĩte wega mũno, you know, ona ndaimũka gĩcagi-inĩ maragia wega wake. And because I don't have this person, then how best can I build a comfort of good with what I have?
With what you have.
Then you see, Rev, today no nyende kuhikira Jose, tondũ wĩra. Anakladi poa.
Ewe hawe dhaba ni dhaba. Oh, tati
maybe vile mimi napenda. Ni Jose huyo. Tondũ niwe tu nake haha. You see? Maybe koloni yenye anatumia I feel as in I'm okay. But maybe the next 5 years this guy has no job. You see?
Corona yoke.
Corona corona irokire iraharagania maundu maingi muno. So if from the word go you didn't get a right person, ugatigwo matawa-ini, oko interest yakwa yarĩ mbia he Jose rĩ, ũrĩa ekĩraga rĩ na ũrĩa araria rĩ,
umenye nguo ciambagia kũfade,
ikambia kũfade, agekĩra rangi ũgathira. You see? So sometimes we ask ourselves, what is the motive? What is the
drive into this person?
What is this that is driving you? Today you might want to date me, maybe because I'm working, I'm paying my bills. What about that day that I'm not working, I'm a housewife? Gatiga dagwetia bia cia mutu. Will I still be that friend of yours? Your motive re yare bia kana yare kihiko, because there is that
the motive.
Nikigea
ko drive ire kwi mundu uyu.
Yes.
Ndikuda tucoka hau no ne ndaigua ta Esther enda tucoke. The motive. Koguo ni kuga atiriri. So what do you go for? Do you go for that person whom you have a liking? You know mundu ura muonanaga and you can't help yourself. Ukiona mundu ucio ono ngienda uiguaga aca uyu niwe. Na tugire mundu uyu wonaga ukaigua niwe. Ukoraga ka weakness gake ni very pronounced. So would you rather have this person whom you have natural, you know, feelings about, or would you want to have that other person where mutire gel nene no ni tall, dark and handsome na ni wa karakeo no mutire yo gel, you know, iyo tu mundu nginya ungimukora na marotero ni kuhota kumuchum o hawe na marotero ini. What would you rather have? Esther.
Me, I'd rather have a person, leave alone the looks. Looks deceive. And they fade.
Arome ona matiri uthaka.
Matiri?
Mathaka yone akiri. Ora ya muthaka utari akiri. Okay. Chemoroga muito.
Ndikwera kwaria. I need that one didn't come on my desk.
And then you see, this is what makes a person handsome or beautiful. Mona. Because you say ametia dhaka. Yes, so
just inapoda.
So we I think kuna ile tu kitu inafanyanga tu watu wa connect.
So would you, that person whom you naturally connect, what you call in your own mind, what you call the bare minimums?
No. A person that you connect.
A person that you connect.
We shall create our little heaven here.
A person that you connect. You would rather have that person
than the looks.
Than
than everything else, than the
ati wiho
TDH.
hunjagia
Na githauti kiho ndikwenda.
Jose,
Yes.
what would you prefer? This girl that you naturally, yani we ndungihota kuhelp, or this girl who is hardworking, ekiraga marinda mega, you know, we ni aroneka from outside ni akinyanĩire?
I think kiuria kinene nĩ atĩrĩrĩ, what gives me peace? Because what gives me peace is what I will go for. Na kĩo rĩngĩ ũiguaga mũndũ akaida engineer ananene mũraka. Where do you move?
Yeah.
Nĩtarĩ waikara nake.
I like when I'm going to So for me, what peace? Where do you find your peace? If you find your peace in the dark, tall, and handsome, financially stable, spirit-filled, well and good. If
These things
Joseph on
fade.
the other end,
These things fade, Jose. Remember that.
and equally as they fade, these things develop. Now,
Ona wĩna need.
ndonaga ta taingĩoekire nĩangĩanjĩrire we rũgama mwena ũrĩa wa ũkua indo hũthũ tondũ indo nditũ ndwĩhota. But I delight in us understanding and appreciating the space of progression and growth. And therefore, ukioya that space of peace, thriving comes in peace. Thriving doesn't come in storm. So for us, I would say, nieta Jose, hako ingĩoya kĩrĩa kĩngĩhe thayũ. Na ni kĩrĩa kĩngĩhe thayũ nĩ kũmenya atĩ the character for me would go a long way away from these other issues. Nĩgũikara menyete wega mũno. Well, maitho-inĩ ma andũ ndũrĩ mũthaka. Na no sawa. Toma maitho-inĩ ma andũ nĩ muonere wa andũ.
Na maitho-inĩ maku.
You know, na rũciinĩ waku nĩ rũthaka. I tend to believe nino.
Ndarĩ na figa iria iticaga.
Figa iho mũndũ ũcio athiĩ ũguo mũkamumagaria ũguo ta ngari ya kambĩni. Ũcio mũtikũmumagaria, which is all okay. So peace for me would really go a long way. Tondũ aingĩ manoka thaka na makaima andũ thayũ. You know? Aingĩ manoka mena mĩtugo no makaima andũ thayũ tondũ hihi ũrĩa ona mũtugo arĩ ona kaũndũ keho tangĩhota gatakuhe thayũ. So, and that's why the bearing point gives you peace. Tondũ rĩrĩa wamenya atĩrĩrĩ nĩngũhota gũkirĩrĩria ũũ koguo nĩũkũhota kwĩmathĩra thayũ waku thĩinĩ wa ũndũ ũcio. So for me, the peace will go a long way. Na getha thĩinĩ wa thayũ-inĩ ũcio nĩũkũhota nginya ona gwĩka atĩa kwaria. Rĩu kwĩ mũndũ mwaria na ona thayũ ndarakũhe. Nĩ mũthaka we kanitha-inĩ nĩmamwendete tondũ iruga nĩ wabange nĩabangaga rĩkarĩka. Na rwĩmbo nĩainithagia kwanja nĩgũka rũi rwa praise akarũrehe thĩ tũgathiĩ tũrikĩrĩte na akarĩra
Na kagamba ta
So the question is, thĩinĩ wa maũndũ maya mothe rĩ, am I getting peace? Na nikio kaingĩ na kaingĩ, the phrase has gone one too many times. Men don't date or marry for any other thing but for the peace.
for peace.
You know, na nikio igua mwanake otithikĩtwo nĩ mĩaka tondũ nĩ araimwo thayũ nĩ andũ a kũrĩa nja nĩahikanagia nĩgetha mathe thayũ ũrĩkũ. Thayũ ũcio. It might be the wrong thing. No nĩguo nĩamba agĩo nĩ thayũ wa gũkorwo atĩ mũtirĩtira mũkĩmatũhe mũcere. Na rĩngĩ nĩaraũgũrĩte nduka-inĩ na mũtinoka kũrĩa. So those issues, every other given time, kaingĩ na kaingĩ mũndũ twĩkaga maũndũ nĩgetha tũmathe thayũ ũrĩkũ. Thayũ ũcio, either because you're being provoked by something around you or within you. Yes.
Wow. Nĩ njute na andũ marathiĩ makĩandĩka mawoni haha na nĩngũthiĩ mathoma. No nĩngwenda twambe twĩyũrie atĩrĩrĩ. As a young person, what comes to your mind when you think atĩ mũndũ ũcio wonaga na agagũkenia? Mũndũ ũcio mũradate nake, because people can behave differently in different situations. Koguo no ũdate mũndũ na tondũ nĩ ekũĩ na nĩoĩ kĩrĩa Jose endaga kana kĩrĩa Esther endaga, aikare guo for the period ĩrĩa mũgwetanĩra nginya kũhikania. Wahika kana wahikia mũndũ aumire ewe acheze kama yeye aimire ewe, what would you do? Ũngĩkora thĩinĩ wa mũndũ ũrĩa wendire na nĩ mamwĩra connect wega biũ, you know, okorwo nĩ kanitha nĩ mũthiaga nake hamwe, mwina career iratwarana wega ni muhotaga guikarania, then all of a sudden wahika kana wahikania wone kiundu kingigutua ngoro, what do you do?
Okorwo wĩ kĩhiko-inĩ rĩ, ũgũikara hau ũgĩthiĩ kũ? Unless it's something abusive that can affect your health and your peace. Ũgĩthiĩ kũ kũngĩ?
Ndĩna kĩũria igũrũ wa kĩu no reke twambe tũigue in a short way. What would you do?
What would I do? Nĩ hau hakwĩyũria atĩrĩrĩ, korwo nĩ ndekire ũguo rĩ, how would I wish to be handled? Should also be the question. Because kaingĩ na kaingĩ kĩrĩa gĩtũmaga maũndũ marĩa mone gũresolveka nĩ gũkorwo atĩ it's me against her. As opposed to us asking ourselves, is that thing against us? So then how best can we handle it? Because kaingĩ na kaingĩ a new habit will tend to be provoked by something. And the question should be, what is it that provoked this habit? Mutumia ũcio ndararĩ mũhũthĩri mbia ũru, no nĩ anjia kũhũthĩra mbia kĩũndũ ira-threaten.
Na gũkomba.
Ndararĩ mũkombi. No rĩu
arakomba nginya kate-inĩ cia nyũmba.
Nginya ngĩthiĩ muona kana ndĩrona nĩ irio na kĩara ũrĩa nĩ mũthuri wa nani ya mũkombi. Na ndinyona ngĩmbe kũmĩria makatũmana kĩamũthire mũkangu twindo twaitũ ekire. Ona
matitũmanaga. Ũmonaga rũcinĩ mũtananyua cai.
Kaigua anjia gũtwarĩrio rũgiri-inĩ nĩgetha mĩario ndĩgakinya mũthuri.
Nĩ nakauga atĩ cera ithe wang'ania wĩna thirĩ wakwa. So what do you do?
You also get to ask yourself, am I having a person who can be able to handle conflict? Either between us or from outside. Because kaingĩ na kaingĩ ona Ngai tũmaga andũ aingĩ merirĩria kuuma nja wa kĩhiko nĩ that management of conflict. Kaingĩ na kaingĩ ona tũmaga tume nginya na relationship-inĩ yake is that conflict management. Because rĩu rĩngĩ kaũndũ gatararĩ na Esther nĩ kagĩa. And because it's a new crisis, if you're not able to handle it on a conflict management space, either within us or by seeking help, then that's a problem. So the first thing we need to is, are we able to handle it? If you're not able to handle it, can we be able to escalate and look for help? Is it resolvable? If it's not resolvable, is it bearable? If it's not bearable, then what next? And the what next, by the time you're looking at it, bearable, it's not resolvable, then it's the space of letting go.
As I was saying earlier, Rev, this person you married as a friend. Because you realize mudu naga problem, as Jose is saying, maybe somebody niabiriria kunywa or what has triggered that? Now, as a person who is closest to this person, now what can you do? You know, you look for things that you can do. You know, because now you see, now you're already one. Help that person. Remira wendo cio remira kihiko kiu oria tirago turemira relationship ngo tukinye hau. You see, remira, you know, help that person. Tondu ni guthia maundu magathi uguo, you know. As Jose was saying, you married a very born again person. All of a sudden they are on the streets drinking. You married a very rich person. All of a sudden they are broke.
You must help them.
You must help, because there must be a problem somewhere. Now the notion when you go hokagatiri, who is this person that I have in my life? Ni murata kana.
Oh, sorry.
And you hokagatiri. Some things you just keep secret. Tani ninyendete tumaundu twako.
Tuikare twe chini ya maji.
Chini ya mawaba. Ikikuja inatokea yenyewe. You know. No, starting not to expose your boyfriend or your girlfriend, now that makes even the outside world so you create a weak link. So cover this person. You know, my boyfriend has this weakness, so I will cover him. Tuna ashari yakwa kana tuna rata kwa kana tuna in that clique that you're in, you cover him, you know, so that onoko muteithia ri ni araigwa safe. Tudu umuthiru ingimenya how do happen na kada ya homa ngimenya no rimo ne kinyagirirwo
kama maundu matari mega
kama maundu no ocio kameme everywhere. You know, the person will feel insecure. The same thing with them, you know. Okoni ne kinyagirirwo ni ngaigwa kiundu kana you know, which might not be what they wanted or might not be godly, but if that person covers you and tells you, you know, I think there's a problem here, we need to seek for help. No, that's where the friendship comes in. Get your best friend.
Wow, I am just smiling within because haria mwanginyia riu ndaigua wega biũ. And I am tempted to still ask the same question I had asked. Angikorwo muhikanĩtie nĩ ũrahota kũbĩa mũndũ ũcio no mũteithie. Why is it so hard that before marriage you have this guy, you have this girl whom you love so much, but they have a very pronounced weakness? Why aren't you willing to help them? Joseph.
Thank you. I think, remember, when it's dating, dating has been used for the wrong connotation of image. You know? You get to imagine that you go Korea, Kanyamana, Atakwa. By the way, Mama, you was kind of person, you was by the way, you know? Because I'm chasing image. Dating, the reason as to why we are not able to bear each other when it comes to dating and the whole spirit of walking out and thinking that there is a better outing out there is the whole thought of image.
The whole thought of image.
Image. Because really, kaigina kaigona kihiko-ini nikio rakorwo gwakora mundu kihiko-ini ni arauma tondu hihi kaundu karia mena kori kaundu arenda marahota kulisolve na koguo ri the outside world is welcomed to that issue fast forward rigi aciari ake ni moi rigi andu akanitha ni moi arugamiri yao ni moi so kaingi ugakora some are bearing some are not bearing because of the image factor.
Because of the image factor.
Image factor.
Tarugamiro how Jose. Why would you not help that guy when dating?
You see,
to improve on their weaknesses.
You see,
here we are focusing on the weakness.
Yes.
Not a triggered habit. A weakness.
A weakness. Let me tell you one thing, Rev. There's that special grace. Mundu akoragwo nayo. Toko ni no hote kuhandle. Toko ga no ahe grace ya kuhandle a drunkard boyfriend. Which you don't. No, God has given me that because I've handled with such a case. I've handled such a case, you know. God has grace area oheago. And then when you see maybe this person is not understanding you in that, modosho dari na grace ya utethia no dosho. There's that special grace. Nona. He andu a mundu ngihota kuhandle mundu utari wira tha icio na maybe tokonia gwetha wira na he mundu mimi kushikana na chali hana job not earning I cannot. There's that special grace that you have and when you see that person they don't have grace to help you in something then hana that's when ukoraga ngania guy ahikirie maester oi
ni mahotanaga atia
because they know maybe but that person they grace. They have a special grace for Esther in their heart but not for Joseph. You get there's that special grace mude hewa nikio muthi uyu kugiurio nigi wegikuhe ithe wa Njeri ndongimuhota because you have been given that special grace to handle
ya wikara nake ogwo
ya wikarania nake. I have a friend of mine etagwa Grace Ajiraga ati she's married nigma ingikuhe muthiri wakwa Peter ndungihotana na
ongirehe rucini
ungimucokio rucini and I'm like kwani because how I know you what you love you don't have the grace to handle such a person.
Wow.
Maybe to add, when it comes to most of us dating, if I look for any to date on what analogy? Because some of us date to complement. I mean, not to for the compatibility aspect. But when it comes to marriage, it's a whole different ball game of complementing. Nita just said, like now let me use a character. I am not a person who saves, I'm a spender. And maybe the person I'm married to is a saver. So the complementing bit. Most of the times relationship in the point of our expectations. Like dating is a bubble, unfortunately. To that reality. Because I mean dating don't die to comfortably.
maundu mau mararehe haro nyingi muno
Yes, because of the image and the bubble.
na maclick
Na click
click kwanja ina thina muno
click iho twikaraga twiranite ati when we are dating mubara because again we are dating with a high perspective. But when it comes to marriage, ni wikara umenyete hyper kana gukinya handu mwana etia diaper. Ni mubara tuguthi
kana ni diaper ikugurwo
and they radrodi ni okire ni radrodi tukumenya uhoro wake kana no tukuhota kubana uhoro wake. So the step out from the high horse, remember I said about the high horse, yeah, as in date was iwa konta ni demo memberekia hihi date Esther etagirira gikinya nyumba ngamwira we mwega mwiroreri wakinya omuthenya no we mwega mutumia wako wa watukuma nini wako
kana mama
and all these things and maybe I mean I'm coming from one I'm stepping into a zone of home you know na ringi no korwo ya kinyo na nyonire ndi mutambo-ini kinyo ni mugambo
kana microphone-ini ya kanitha
ndi kanitha-ini na nyumba tutiake na microphone twarie mwe kwa mwe
Jose rogamira hau twambe tu recognize andu me guku he mundu uretwo Mish Njuguna ngakora mutungatiri Miri araiga well done Maureen karibuni sana Baha long time Evanson Gure mundu gwetwo Angelica ngona kazini yakwa Patrick mundu gwetwo Miri Mwangi Joyce Bai na Evanson akaiga kaundu ingire tuthome haha. Some people live who are clay in the potter's hand, if not gold in the fire, and regret later why they had to leave them. Others start procrastinating about them, and others end up looking for the Njoroge they left after going through the transformation. Listen to that one. Gure thengio muno muno ni gutuhe such a very clear statement. Sarah Mungai, hey, thank you. None mutumia wa producer wito, thank you. We have someone Paul Mungai. Paul Mungai najua hii unaisikiza sana. Paul Mungai didn't get married kitambo. Mary Wanjohi, Aris Karaoke, Nyina wa Mwithiga. We have Esther Njuguna, loving the discussion. You're all awesome. Mkona content. Thank you, Esther. Tugi, David Kamau, and Karo Mutoni, and many others. Thank you muno ni tondu wa guthi mukiheanaga mawoni manyu. Na Tugi akaiga atiri, I think the young people are having very high expectations and have the thought of they can find a better person if this relationship doesn't work. Unasikiza hapo? Huyo ni mutumia oraria. Mutumia wena miaka waiganona kumahika. Unapata mtu amekuwa kwa so many relationships before they get married. Thank you, Wilson and Bunei. Gaikara ngeyuria atiriri ni muraigua andu aya tukurakurite hanini ura turaria, because in my own thinking I also tend to feel like the young people, you're looking for something that doesn't exist, whether you are dating, whether you are in marriage. Because if I would ask the two of you a very personal question, do you think, Esther, you're perfect?
Not on a dikuhereje. Ni hanene muno.
Do you think you have kiundu wikaga kiundu very kigituma mundu hahuke?
Weird.
Ni wina kio kuga. Just do you think you do?
Definitely I'm not perfect.
You're not. No he kiundu wikaga.
Shortcomings nyingi.
We nyingi pio. What would you expect as anake magietha atumia? Taru ni njui Esther, you have a good character. Ni njui wega biu guo. No ni ura imagine kaundu kau we kau ukoe, either ni ukoe kana ndukoe, because the room is there for two, the window is there for the two. Ni ukoe kana ndukoe. No wende mundu wa gutiga ni undu wako. So what do you think? Agikorwo ndungi na mundu wa gutiga ni undu wa kaundu kau.
Oko no ahote guikarania nako ri fine. Oko ndangihota ri. Because now some people can learn your weakness and intimidate you on that. That's not something else.
So this guy that you love, kadeno mwendaine, me I love iyo. tondu reke inde mwire eko he kindu gicama thiini wa kihiko
Wendoi.
ni iyo natural nona taru ithu na tuhitanitie na ithe wa Jerry we have just iyo ka friendship kawana ile ya utoto we have that and that is what keeps us going ati ona tuhitanitie na turakaranitie we have that nice feeling of you know ni tura no twarie stories tare serious mathaa mana mathire story tu ndeto itaramenyeka kuria ire that guy wendete na mwendaine you know ire to me I love that natural no wende gutige tondu wa kaundu kau
Asha.
you'd feel so hurt
So hard. No, tugicemania ni kwa mentionera I have this weakness kana notice.
most of the time those pronounced na ikoragwo ire thiini witu citihithikaga they will be seen within a very short time just like you see theirs
There's one who told me that I'm stubborn.
could be you are how would you imagine agikwira gutiga ni undu wa stubbornness
Twatiganire.
onire wi stubborn na agigutiga do you okay
Unajua kuna level ingine unaweza mbu kwa stubborn ukamenya ha ntorenda kuhuthirwo uru.
ukamenya kaba wi ohorete
Yeah,
ona
afadhali ukaimagana. Because that's what I'm saying, brother. Somebody can intimidate you on something. Mundu nakwira atiri hii ni waragia muno na tokorwo kiheo giaku
ne
na
kwaria
kirathimo giaku
urihagirwo kwaria ta
urihagirwo kwaria. So you get a person who intimidates you with how you talk.
what if he doesn't indeed but he aurore undu ucio agutige how would you feel
akoda gukuhota amani acha tu atembe no that is no talking
ugakihikio no angikorwo ni ka weak you know weaknesses
hele makendete ure bodo darwina kwa
most of-
inegene yaku resa magariko you know there are those people who love
eke ngwire Esther ni inyu murio nja ya horo most of our weaknesses icio cionekaga ona your spouse ndaciendete Jose
Yes.
twambe tucoke ha tondu ndikwenda wage gutwira uguo no wende kuimagine kairitu kaumana niguo kendete gagutigite tondu wa that pronounced weakness
I would say it is not bearable to be left because of a weakness. But it's more painful to remain nanite. Aturia ninagira ni by the way kana hiyo ni undu muna. Ni by the way ndo kenagia. So I'm like, why are you even here?
ndenda tume put atiriri Jose ni mundu uyo mwendaine na kihiko tondu nitulioka kwaria muthenya wa kihiko for the sake of young people kihiko ni wira ni commitment kihiko ni wira kirutagirwo even that person who has a weakness you learn to live with them you learn to help them improve if they can on their weaknesses so how would you feel mundu angigutiga I just want that answer nigetha
It is painful,
it's painful
very unbearable, because kaigina kaige weakness it's not things we delight in. You know, the course by which our weaknesses have come through.
Yep, upbringing
it's
maybe.
our upbringing. It's things that came along the way as we were growing up. Na koguo, they gave some of our weakness, our defense mechanism. No go again diare mukari. But in my previous relationship, ikuo wana.
Kiambia utuka maisha.
Mungu na guo gikihuthia. Ndio nguo kingi ile ndo na udia mungu. Niko aka. They are maybe in a season where financially I am not having that leniency ya gukora kineko spend on you as you would have expected.
tareke njurie tondu ndiamenya mathaa maitu no guthii mathiite mathirite then where do you get the guts ya gutiga mundu ni undu wa weakness ciao if you as a person ndungenda mundu wa gutiga ni undu wa weakness yaku where do you get the guts ya gutiga mundu ni undu wa weakness ciao
Remember I said when it comes to crisis, challenge it to be against her. And that is the wrong way to look at any conflict. The day I choose to look at it as it against us, I'll look at it from nene na wito na night. Kogo ndio thina twagirwo jaigo kode hamwe nake guteithania nake to come out of it or to be able to mitigate it then as your kebe kana kuota kunina. So challenge it ikoragwo iriyo ya ni turaikara kaige tukenda kumurikana
mundu ucio ungi
ni by the way madam yo ri madam yo yakenagia no ti madam ndateithirie tondu
Kwĩteithia.
the question no najaigo kuyuria tene tondu ndamitiga ari ucio ngiri eguthi kuoya ari agathi kuoya undu na thina ucio nduguthira
tareke tutigire hau Jose
Yes.
tondu ndenda he kiuria rita tume haha na ndirona mathaa maitu no mathiru. Esther, where do you get the guts cia gutiga mundu tondu ena weaknesses na we ndungenda gutigwo ni ndu wa weakness yaku?
Okoni weakness ingihota kubear fine, we can deal with it. Na okoni weakness itangihota I'll just walk away.
Would I be right kuga ati young people either in marriages or dating looking for spouses, we are looking for too much?
it might be so.
Tureyenda muno.
Actually, the rightful word how God walking we are selfish. We are selfish because haigena kaiki like now let me use Esther. I love Esther. But in actual sense, I don't love Esther for who she is. I love Esther for what I want. Which might not even necessarily be sexual. No ikorwo ni tukarata tunyonaga ni kwa jai korwo na kamutugo kagunyagura tukuogwa gatwaneka ogwa agitwaneka kwa it makes me feel good.
Ndungithura.
Ndingithura aikomia rugaga kanitha gatungira saa iwega ri kwa ndingithura. So it's a case of the selfish type of love which tends to really break this cord. Because ona tani unongithikiria mundu rauma marriage ine umurie ini uteithĩtie mũthuri ũcio ndandeithia mũndũ mũgima
Mũndũ mũgima kare ni nyina
nĩ kũnanahanĩte we ndũĩ ndũmũĩ ndĩna mahinda nĩ mwana ngũrora kana nĩ we ngũrora because of the selfish. So challenge to young people, I think when we are dating, much as we want to say we love each other, we are selfish, and especially the first part for you to know whether you're not selfish is what sacrifice have I made to live up with Esther even amidst all the things that she's into.
Wow. Also, there's this what is going on. I don't know if I'll be quoted wrong. This thing that is said. Marriage is not a rehabilitation center.
Ando ni maraiga uguo ndio ndicemanitie nayo ka ndirathoma mabuku mariku
tukwaria behind the scene twarikia
tusichome.
You see, tutikae gucina mbica.
Iko rehab.
It's not a rehabilitation center. But ndikara uguo ni ndio mundu ndiuria atiriri. Fine. Are you perfect? Ni ndauga uguo ri marriage is not a rehab.
We no urendaga guthondeke.
Tondu ni ndikire na weaknesses ciakwa na ningenda kuingira hau. Do I want a supporting partner? Because it's not a rehabilitation center as it is. Uria towe ni hau guteithania. Perfecting each other. You know, but let me tell you one thing, Reverend. Much is said of how marriages are failing, but there are so many marriages that are working.
Oh yeah,
that we are not being told.
We are there.
You see, you are there.
Tuna producer wetu.
You know, some. You know, there are marriages that are working, but most of the things that you're being fed, most idu adoria turathie kuhikana kuhikania. Is the marriages that have failed. Where are the marriages that are working?
We need to speak louder.
We need to speak louder. We need to overcome this voice of the marriages that are not working. You know, we need, you know, when you have a fight within yourself, you cannot make it, you can make it. No, it depends with what you feed yourself with. There are marriages that are working. Wow. There's Rev Jacinta. There's a friend of mine. There's Sam. There's so and so. So marriage is beautiful.
Marriage is nice.
It's beautiful.
Ohikiwe morio.
We morio. Gadana na mundu tayaga kulia tiriri mutugatiri. What is this that has made your marriage so beautiful? Because I admire. I'd love to be where you are. Ukajira Esther. Ona wona ugo kuna maundu maya na Maria mage. So would like this voice out of marriages are working. You know, instead of, because you see now the church is quiet,
very quiet
on marriages.
Oh my
Go
goodness.
everywhere, the radio stations, they're talking about marriages, and they're talking about marriages that are not working,
that are broken. Tothimo tweho tutitha tukihurirwo
isn't una kila mahali
twa muthuri urahanya mutimia urahanywo kupatanisha sijui nini na nicio maundu maria turaigwa muno
ni maundu maria turafidwo namo muno. So even if you are directed kuhikana kuhikania tugetigira no
And raise our expectations from that because like koroke ikone ngani arona ni undu wake na ari ni ndingienda ugakora mutumia we no na so I'd rather run away from whatever is happening because of what? Because dikenda ni ri gitondu dikena riumiriria riu ya ukihura patanisho gage kwa kana ni bana mapata hiyo modia gutira kana ni ukiroga madeni na irio ngo ni jogu ndira rodo muna. So the point is the narrative of wrong connotation in marriages nisho mega tunaona yitu wako to an expectation si goro muno na wasoka ukagia na adore me the players in the marriage institutions are not people you say are having the character of resilience. Sorry to judge them. No, akoranga most of them maenda kumagana. Na genda kuyuria this spirit of fugitiveness. Tirona ali kwani sikwa na thina ukira kuhuri. No mutiorire. Mwagiriria mukagimana nginya ugakihika. But when it comes to marriages we want to run away. We want to raise our sons in broken marriages. We want to raise our daughters in broken marriages. The question then begs roho wako agakukiraniriria if we are able to inculcate it on the people who are dating nitugutaithania muno kiuria giki gya kweherera the thought of perfection because for us perfection is not even the high horse but the social demands mamidage da ukaigwa ati mutumia wakwa ni acio morire mekagona mathia akamweretho makainũka marĩa rĩu maruma na kanitha-inĩ maiyaga irio cia iruga tukaraka twĩho twina kinyiria because at the end of the day everyone wants a good image and those images are the problem. So challenge it on the fabric that is already out there niyo natuma twakwa twina expectation icio ciguru na mwiri twaraweka nithenya akaga riu tondu ndikwenda hihi uhonokio wakwa kuoneka ta ndamarite ngai no rimuri reke ndungata yumaga reke ndata yumaga ihiuhia makinya
ndikwenda kuhuthira kiugo kiria ngwenda kuhuthira. Thank you muno Jose. Ndenda kwihoka ni turatwarana wega mwiroreri na nindirona andu guku magi comment na makiaria ndeto njega muno. But one thing that will make me ngome na thayo muthenya wa umuthi ni kuigua andu ethi aria me thiini wa panel itu muthenya wa umuthi makihota ku acknowledge ati nima hena handu turamis na muno ithu andu aria twi hiko-ini aya ndirona guku Mary Warie mutungatiri Simon King'ori Simon Njung'e Kate Nyingi andu ingi ndirona guku uguo Banis andu ndirona guku mutungatiri Jokamwa Immaculate the newlyweds ni turabatarwo muno ni andu aria maradate twarie wega wa kihiko na twarie the truth tondu what they can see is the image but they don't know the part area na guku thutha. And this is making the young people concentrate so much. Okay, ni tura understand we are living at a times when young people are so much into the image part of it. Na nikirona thiko ici neto selfie kila saa, you know, all these things. But we need to speak the truth. Na ma ni ekuraga andu kombo-ini tondu ihiko nyingi muonaga tuthakarite ou. We can sit you down and tell you some of the weaknesses that our partners have. Mungiukira rucine muthie na maguru. But imagine in those weaknesses we are able to love each other. We have chosen and purposed to love each other. Tondu gutire mundu ukinyaneire. And this is what has made marriages work. Na aria marabanga kuoha nguo tondu muthuri waku ni ekaga, muthuri waku da providaga, anga mutumia waku, you know, ni areka kana, you know, all these things. Tonight we are here to tell you it is the responsibility of every spouse, every partner to help the other partner gukura. And you know, there's nothing as sweet as when your spouse acknowledges nejoe mutumia wakwa ni uri weakness, you know. But imagine in the midst of all these things, I love you the more. That really challenges you as a spouse to improve, to become a better spouse. Tondu wakuhota kumenya nie ni njoe ndi mwaria muno. Na imagine muthuri wakwa ni andeithagia ku manage my ndigakiarie kwaria ndeto iria itagiriire. You cannot imagine how sweet it is gukora mundu uria wendete agiguteithia ko improve on your weaknesses. And I know this is one of the challenges. Ihiko iria nyingi nyonete cia andu anini marenda gutigana maratigana ni tondu wa maundu mangiteithania, maundu mangihota kubea, tondu maundu maya turathie tugiciragia ati ni kuri mundu ukinyaneire. It is a dream. Ni iroto na ni ngwenda ayuthia me haha matwire their own view, mere mwiroreri witu, you know, as your conclusion points, mwire mwiroreri witu uria hakiri-ini cianyu mureciria kuhitukira ndereti ino. Twambirire mwena uriku? Joseph,
Yes.
tariria mwiroreri witu tondu mathaa maitu ndirona mathiete ino no turare haha
itwaganithindikaga muno. But anyway, I think to kwamba kwirana ati gitumi kiria urotuma wone andu atutahikanitie tugichase perfection ni tondu ona andu aria mehiko-ini marauma nja chasing what? The same perfection. Na mudhuri akiuga wega muno, ukiuliza ni wanini, wengine wanauliza watampata lini.
aya
Ndake na muno hemo nakyo kana mudhuri ugire hagoro wigie the submission to the potter's hands and the bearing of the gold to be refined in that because kaigi na kaigi the self-centeredness ni kido kya kiratugia. You know, twaigo ndo wikaraga that place ya kuranagia tondu muthi uyu wena idawajeri mwike hiko-ini, that was to make you that you're a one team. So whatever the challenge, whether it is hitting me, it should not be Baba Jerry's court, it is me against her. It is us against the issue. So udure mungi tutaidia nabwo monene muno nigo tuonithia the power to resolving conflicts, the power to bearing with each other, the power of refining the brokenness of one another. Ati tukiari horo wa celebration ya nyoa miaka 10 ni mugutwira by the way uyu tondu muramuna ni tukugana ngai tondu wondu muna ngai baba atuteithetie ukaba we ndari musigi no muthi uturago sa tondu tete go save to this level we ni ari murori but I am glad of the man or the woman this person has become. So the refining nature, the bearing nature and that resilience. Tondu mungituonithia andu othe tuigaira turite trust me, that is why umuthi uyu mundu arahika ciitie guthie. That is why umuthi uyu mundu arahika amenyete ngania no amuteithiririe undu. Again, we are having a big challenge here. Andu aria mwihiko-ini ni mwenda gutuonithia umuthi uyu you're in a marriage but there is another person who handles you better than your husband. Goes to tell you the same image is what you're going to have even in relationships. Yakumenyaga Dana Esther, but Dana kangika ni handlaga wege
na Esther. Come on.
I mean, gasi kihora Dana galitofu. Na jua kirego Dana ki.
Na koko.
Dana kangi kaga takodified. So if you are able to create that space yako ndani yake twina gakoti gaitu kare gatayu ati niere dena igotire jigeri gusiriria my partner before I solve it. Remember what I started with. So challenge hiyo ni onene twinayo muno. And as long as the people in the marriages are going to portray a bad image, the people out here will live in the fear and in the hand of chasing a perfect season.
Wow. Ucio ni Jose. Esther.
Yes.
Tatwire ciugo ciaku cia mwisho kuhitukira debate ino kuma na twambiririe nginya ha tukinyite.
Debate ya yuma hiyo andu mama na ciuria nyingi muno uria tukuhandle issue iyo simply because you're not in marriage. But we are coming out with the view of like young people.
Yeah.
Na uduma gwenda kuga ni atiriri, as I said earlier in Swahili, kila kitu kizuri kina doa. Lakini nawahimiza ambao wako kwenye ndoa, muisifu ndoa. Let us see the good part of marriage. Let us see the good marriages. The world is doing very well dealing with the failing marriages. Let the church do its part dealing with the working marriages. We need to hear those things. We need to hear how you started with Baba Jerry because it encourages us. Kamenya tiriri ona ndacemania nake ndeno itari na matrix ri ona twakoma hau ri after like 5 years we shall be somewhere unless we have a common goal, a common motive, knowing where we are headed. That's one thing I would say. Another thing, andå anini nä tå tige gå korwo twä selfish okorwo ndingĩenda gũtigwo nĩ ũndũ wa weakness ĩrĩa ndĩ nayo rĩ reke niĩ ndige gũtiga mũndũ nĩ ũndũ wa weakness ĩrĩa ĩ nayo if I can stand that weakness then why not umuthi no nyone kadeo tari na mbia but maybe their tomorrow might be better than today so let us not be selfish because this selfishness nyo irathi gatu affect in general life ukakora nginya muturire wa turatura mundu kuria aratura ukakora you know we just need to be me and me ati nginya niba yaku ndukamenya no because you have developed this selfish character which when you get into marriage you get into marriage with it so I would urge as young people that we stop being selfish let us learn to accommodate aria angĩ accommodate nginya andũ kanitha-inĩ tondũ maũndũ maya maroka nona kwĩragwo ngemi ciumaga na mũciĩ so when there is no charity at home even when you go back to the church when you go back to the world there's no way we can be able to accommodate nona and then young people wenye tunapenda tupendeke si ndio na tusonge na maisha tuondoe jamu
mweherie jamu ndenda hau hamo iso that's a good parting shot ati tuherie jamu I am just so happy ni tondu wa nyunywerĩ I know like Esther is saying andũ aingĩ nĩ mekũrigagwo moko handle this topic how but you're the best people to handle this topic because you are into the ninyu mwi hau gatagati kohoro because I find that until the young people know that marriage is for two broken people doing life together doing mending each other o muthenya gwakia because the more we keep running from responsibilities actually when you find yourself running from a relationship ukamenyaga you are running from responsibility ndurenda kubea guteithia mundu ucio I improve guteithia mundu ucio na ona ucio ungi wonaga mwega muno ona muku date miaka 3 na ndukona kaundu koru mwahikania angikorwo ni gakwihitha no gakaumira so you must take up the responsibility ndimwira ni ndakena muno I am just so humbled I am happy that every time I call you people mnakam haraka na mnanisort
tuna come through
I am just so happy and proud of you na ndigukiuga na maundu maingi no nigukiuga ogwo Esther akiuga
tweherie jamu
mweherie jamu
in Jesus name jamu
and by the way Rev, when things work out for us ndukariwa ni gutwita haringi
we'll definitely bring them
tondu twakorwo tukira na uria gwathire na vile tulitoboa
walk this together
this is a very nice thing to hear
yes
thank you muno ngai amurathime amuturirie kirigiriro na mucemanie na andu ona wakiigua ningi ati mundu perfect ndagaikorwo ningi njayohoro mundu mundu wi njayohoro kinya andu mararigwo hi Jose niki niki haha ona tondu turaiga kinya mwandiko so mahoya maitu ni ati mucemanie na mundu uri ugakorwo ena at least the bare minimum as you say kuu kungi ni tugutura through guteithio ni tupambane na hali zetu kuringana uria Ngai agututeithia thank you muno mwiroreri witu ni njui mathaa maitu no mathiete wega no ni ngucokeria Ngai ngatho ni tondu wa gutuhe mahinda mega na ndimucokerie ngatho muno makiria ni tondu wa kunyitanira na ithuĩ aria tutanathoma message ciao utuku mwega ni njui no tukugia na mahinda ma gucithoma another day no nyende kumwira ni mungenagia muno ni tondu every other time when we are here guku gwa ikinya o muthenya you always there ni tondu wa kunyitanira na ithuĩ we don't take it for granted tuge Ngai amurathime amutuge na amuturirie kirigiriro rekei tuhoe nigetha tuthie tugakome mwathani ni thengio ni gutwarana na ithuĩ thengio ni guturathima thengio ni gututeithia gukinyukithania o muthenya nigetha ngoro citu itikaye kurwo ni hinya tuteithie that as we continue to do other things we remember that we are making disciples every day ikeno giaku ni kuona ihiko ikirugama ni kuona anake na iretu makigea na ihiko ciena cama ikarania na ithuĩ no turathimire maundu maria mothe turugametie mbere yaku me mahoya maitu thiini wa Jesu Kristo twahoya twacokia ngatho
amen
God bless you have a good night thank you